Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and today we are going to make a shallow washcloth, a shallow single crochet washcloth. So we are going to start out by chaining 26. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So starting in the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet in every chain across. And you don't want to make those single crochets tight. You don't make them too loose either, but you don't want to make them tight. Now, by the time we're done with this chain, you should have 25 single crochets. And you will always have 25 single crochets in every row. All right. So we are going to chain 1 and turn. There's our first row. Now, we are looking at the back of the single crochets when we turn this. So what you need to do is there is 2 strings when we put the single crochet in that comes together at the very bottom of the single crochet. So you're putting your needle in between those 2 strings. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. Right at the very bottom of that single crochet, if you put your needle in between those 2 strings and then bring up, that's why I said not to make them too tight, so you can actually see them. And I think I may have to put my glasses on. It's the 2 strings that comes together at the bottom of it. I don't know. I hope I'm not confusing you. When you do this, it is going to look like the knitting. It'll look like knitting, like a knit stitch. Um, Sometimes you just got to play with it and pull those up a little bit until you see those 2 strings. See, right there it is. So it's at the very base of your single crochet, and you're going between those two strings down at the base. I mean, I kind of read it in the book and I didn't understand it until I actually made a single crochet, and then I said, oh, there it is. Sometimes you just got to do it um, to see what they're talking about. You have to be able to look at a single crochet, I think. I don't know if you could see that. Kind of looks like a knit stitch. It is so cool. I really love this. It's just slow though, but I think it's a little bit faster than knitting, but it's just a little bit slow going until you get used to it. Did you see that? Um, you'll just, I'm trying to think that if we would be doing 26 rows with this, let's do 26 rows or 25 rows, not 26. Let's do 25 rows of this, and then we'll be back to do the border on this. But this is what you do every row. So you'll just repeat this every row, and it makes it like a knit stitch. I really like that. That is so cool. I love learning new things from my. Let me get that book so I can kind of show you guys. This is a hardback book that my girlfriend had given me, and it's called 500 Crochet Stitches, the Ultimate Crochet Stitch Bible. I love this book. And as I learn new stitches out of this book, I'm going to start doing things, designing different things. But we're learning the new stitches just by making these washcloths, because this is a good way to learn new stitches. All right, so we will be back to do the border on this. So we'll just continue for, we need to do 25 rows of this, and um, and then we'll do the border when we get back. Okay, we're back, and I wanted to give you a close up of that. You see, that looks like a knit stitch. I think that is so cool. Anyway, the stitches are so close that it looks like it's knitted. So you know how they make yarns for knitting, for people who knit. And they say, well, this yarn is just for knitting, which we all know it's not. Any yarn can be used for knitting or crochet, but some yarns have little designs come out of it, and this stitch would be a very good stitch to use with those yarns. And so I was just thinking of that because it really looks like a net stitch. I really love it. So we're going to chain one and turn. And I did this, I had to measure it 7 inches. I don't think, I mean, I didn't even count these. 1, 2, 6. Yeah, 30. Yeah. So I had to measure it. So this is 7 inches by 7 inches. I couldn't do 25 because it wouldn't have been enough to make it a perfect square. So we're going to chain one and we're going to turn. And in this first stitch, we're going to put 3 single crochets in here. And then we're going to single crochet in every stitch across. All right, until we get down to the front and back both look the same too. There's no difference in the front and back. So here we go. Putting 3 in that last stitch. Oh, come on. So we're just going to put a single crochet. I think we're just going to put a single crochet at the end of every row. One down the side. Come on. There we go. So there's about 26 there, 26 stitches. And there was a few rows that I did skip because it was going to be too many. So it's sort of like knitting too. You can't put a single crochet at the end of every row. Anyway, so we go all the way around, making sure you're putting 3 single crochets in the corners, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Alright, so we're on the second row of this border. In this first stitch, we're going to put a single crochet and 2 doubles in there. And that's the falling leaf stitch. And because we are on the corner, we are going to do that in the other 2 stitches as well. So on the corners, you will put it in all 3 stitches. Alright, and then we're going to skip the next 2, and then the third one, you're going to put the falling leaf stitch in. Skip 2. So we're going to do that all the way down until you get to your corner, and then when you get to your corner, you'll just put a falling leaf stitch in all 3 stitches. And you go all the way around it like that. And that's all there is to it. That'll be the end of this washcloth. I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this washcloth with me. I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.